this is interesting here as we look at the last National League MVP winners over the last 10 years. No repeat winners. Interesting. Cody Bellinger won it in 2019, obviously last year. There was a lot of talk that Christian Yelich was right in the mix as well, but no repeat MVP winners. Interesting. So I'm going to have you go out on a limb here. Who do you think is going to be the guy in 2020 if we're going to continue that trend?
I love this NL East. I think there are 4 teams you could throw a blanket. Pete Alonso, breakout season last year. And I just like everything about this guy. He's kind of a blue-collar, lunch pail kind of guy. He loves New York. New York loves him. Listen, you have to have some guts to come on our ballpark cam and take your shirt off after a game. And when he did that, I'm like, I'm in on the polar bear.
And also, Ronnie, I mean, obviously the home run power, we saw that, but good gap-to-gap power is what just hits the ball hard.
An intelligent hitter. Most sluggers you see come up are just, bailing and wailing. He is not that at all. He puts a lot of thought, a lot of work into his craft.
If it happens, Chris Benetti just whispered this little nugget in my ear. He'd be the first Met to ever win MVP.
That's right.
Wow. All right. Give me your guy.
Well, a lot of times being an MVP is because you get plenty of opportunities. And I love Justin Turner in Los Angeles batting in front of Betts and Muncy and Bellinger and Seager, and he's just going to get a chance all season long. Dodgers are my pick to be the runaway team in this 60-game truncated season, and I think he is going to be the guy that's going to have so many opportunities to drive in runs. Now, the problem has been for him the last couple of seasons. Nagging injuries have kept him off the field. 60 games, that might really help him.
Yeah, my son Lachlan is hoping you're right, because get a lot of dead JT magic. He's got a couple of JT bats he's using up in the summer league right now, so they're playing with bats. So he's hoping that little extra leg kick help him out.
Lachlan, don't break those bats, man. The price might be going up.
What your thoughts on Justin Turner? Just because Ron said that lineup is so deep.
Solid player. And it's taken me like 3 years to watch this guy to really appreciate how good of a player he is. He's bounced around a little bit. He's found a home. The Dodgers believed in him, and he is a guy that you want up. To me, he's kind of a poor man's version of Anthony Rendon. He comes up late into a game. He puts the ball in play. He'll hit the ball to right field. He's a tough out when it matters, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
Yeah, that lineup is different when he's in it. When he's in it, you can tell as opposed to when he's not. He's kind of the glue.
He's like the rudder of a ship, when he's in that lineup. And I'll never forget the home run he hit on the anniversary of Kirk Gibson's home run in 1988 against the Cubs, the dead central, to win that ball game. That was the loudest I ever heard Dodger Stadium. Amazing night.
My guy's a guy we saw earlier in talking about Fernando Tatis Jr. and the Padres. We're going back here at the NTT ballpark camp. I just think, like you said, around 80-plus games a year ago, and then had back issues and the bad hamstring pull. But to be able to see this guy play 60 games, if he can stay injury-free, it's rare you see somebody tag up and score on a pop-up from second base.
Yeah, he plays all out all the time. And what's interesting, you just don't have this kind of talent come along. If you think about it, his teammate, Manny Machado, when he first came up, was talked about in the same way that we're talking about Tatis Jr. now.
You know what's amazing to think he was in a deal involving James Shields, correct?
That's right.
I mean, big game James Shields. I mean, it's always difficult as an organization to look at it now and say, wow, it's like the John Smoltz trade, right? Well, at the time, Doyle Alexander, you need a guy like Doyle Alexander, so it is what it is.
That was back in June of 2016, but the Padres are happy about that deal now.